How's it going, everyone? We're back. Today is Sunday, getting towards the end of the weekend. However, tomorrow's a holiday, President's Day. Some of you may celebrate it harder this year than previous years as well. Fun times up in the governments and all that fun stuff. Anyways, this is the early one, at least for me. If you're on the other side of the world, maybe a later one for you. But yeah, good morning or good evening out there, everyone. And this will be a short one, another 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes. So get your questions in if you have any good ones. And I wanted to go over a few things. So give me just a second. How's it going, Luna? Welcome. Good to see you in the chat. I've got a couple things to talk about. What is going on PulseChain? I know voice sucks, mic sucks, all that good stuff. But I had a lot of practice after waking up. I have a lot of exercise of the vocal cords. So this is the best I got right now. I'm sure it'll get a little bit better as I get into it. So on PulseChain, if you've been looking at any sort of charts that do measurements of things that go up and down, other than the price chart, not looking at the price chart, don't care about the price chart right now. I'll let you know. I'm sure I'll know when the price go up. Today's not the day, from what I understand. The TVL. So if we go to DeFi Llama, great place to look at TVL across the ecosystem. We can see number go down. So around January, so January 25th, around 738 billion USD. So it's measured in USD. 330 right now. So that's TVL across PulseChain. Now, if you look at volume, you can see also volume. We had some spikes here, especially around the beginning of February. Volume 84. I'll look at GoPulse for volume a little bit more as well. But again, hovering up and down, a little bit down right now as of most recently. But if we look at PulseX, this is the interesting part. So the liquidity seems like a lot of liquidity is coming off of the DEX, the PulseX DEX, which, at least on the farming area, if you've been paying attention recently. If you look at here, around the same amount of time, USD value 551 million around the 28th of January. If you look at recently, 16th, looks like today yesterday, today, 248. So huge drop, and that's USD value. If you look at Pulse value, you can see, even in Pulse terms, around that time, about 12 trillion Pulse on the 28th goes all the way down 6 billion, about 50%, around 50% drop. So huge drop there, huge drop. Give me just 1 second. So huge drop there on PulseX as well. So lower liquidity, interesting. Let's look at the bridge real quick though. So the bridge, you can see there's some ups and downs, even around that time period, even around the 28th January or so. Ups, downs, even a little bit of ups here too. Bridge doesn't seem to be affected that much. The DAI amount, 32 million, hovers around 32 million. If we look at, the DAI from Ethereum, this chart showing around 31 million or so. Really hasn't been affected much. So stable coins, not affected so much. The liquidity seems to be much lower as far as that goes, for obvious reasons with the inflation cuts and all that stuff too. And generally the sentiment of lower liquidity. I wonder what's going to happen. Maybe that increases more volatility. Further. You may have seen the further down. Say, oh wow, recently. Hey, what about the further ups? We'll see on that. And then the volume. You can see this again since the pump tires, all that stuff. A lot of excitement, a lot of interesting stuff going on there. Look at this. We're hitting hundreds of millions of volume on some of these days. This is incredible. And the burning too. If we go down to this chart, to the pulse supply, and then also like the fun chart, the PLS issue burned. I mean, just look at that. Incredible numbers. That's almost 2 billion pulse burned February 4th, just about that. Or at least the change in the less number on that. The supply went down at almost 2 billion. Incredible stuff. So answer this poll real quick, because a lot of people like to talk about price, like to care about price from time to time, a little bit more than I do. Do you care more about what the price is of PulseChain core coins February this year or November? Give me an answer. I'll go through chat while I'm looking for an answer. Funkmaster X, Sunday morning coming down. How's it going? Hoping everyone's feeling good. Hopefully you're having a good weekend, good holiday weekend as well. Red Squirrel, welcome. Good to see you, man. And the Red Squirrel, sitting still is the hardest strategy. That delaying of gratification, it is a lot of times it's doing nothing. I did a tweet the other day. It's like, I don't, the FUD is noise. I don't care. I don't even say that I buy more. I don't say that I sell. I don't say, like, I make it become irrelevant to me. It doesn't factor that much in. So what's happening, Tam? Welcome. I was confused what's going on. Sitting still it is. I honestly, I don't, it's one of those things where there's a lot going on and there's a lot of different narratives you can pull from it. But, but the prices still haven't, we haven't seen like a 2 or 3x with Pulse yet. It is one of those, just, again, I guess you could say, okay, we get these feelings from time to time, these bullish, the horns come out. I don't know. Is this time different? We'll find out. But it is 2025. I think that's the good news. If you're looking at the cycle stuff, that's what you like. Buy X. A lot of people are probably doing that. They may be seeing that as a way to get some multiples as well. Who knows? Best of luck to everyone who buys X, regardless of what chain. The Chad of Strength. There's a monument at the park in your favorite city of just muscles. And at the bottom of the statue, it says, House Donner. There is no stronger. That's what it could say. Let me say that. Kind of weird. The RH documentary producer brags about dumping on everyone's. Oh, you're talking about I mean, there's plenty of whale stuff. I don't know. I think this is. Let me come back to this one just in a second. Give me an answer in the chat. I'll come back to it. But I think on the whale stuff too, I thought this was an interesting take for people. I mean, just people selling in general. If the biggest pulse whale doesn't sell, the second one will. If the second one holds, the third one will sell, and so on. Blaming them for selling is a waste of time. Instead of focus on new money and fresh liquidity coming to the ecosystem. And today, there's none equals red candles. Pretty interesting way of looking at it. DJ Cryptomatic. Good to see you, man. Terrible sent on X today. I keep thinking when Goblin Town's going to happen again. I keep thinking when it's just going to be like everything sucks. I thought it was supposed to go up. This is the time. Again, I personally interpret everything as irrelevant if it doesn't help. If it's not helping me and we're not at glory yet, everything on the way to glory, I just cannot pay attention to. So if that's happening, hopefully everyone feels a little bit better. Hopefully it isn't affecting people who are trying to be positive, and the people who have a negative sentiment, hopefully they're able to, feel better, get some relief from time to time. I mean, honestly, like the last couple of weeks have been super exciting. To me, that was a relief for, if I were to be stressed at all about anything and that happened, I don't know, it feels like some fresh air that came in the last couple of weeks. But it isn't. I didn't use that as the catalyst to be like, oh, everything's great now, we're just going up. I use that as a catalyst to be like, oh, that's nice to see. That is a little endearing that we're seeing this, the price action, and we're seeing the just exciting stuff to talk about. And again, super bullish pieces to put together on it. What's up, PokeDoo? All right, do I have an answer yet? I'm going to get through. I still don't have an answer. Give you like 3 minutes. Come on, chat. I'm not moving on to the answer. I relied on you. I had expectations. Sorry about that. However, I need to answer this chat. February and November, which one do you care more about the price of what the coins are? February and November. Let's go, chat. You got this. I believe in you. You want the elevator music with this voice? You want the early morning elevator music? I can do it. I can do it. Dum 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 dum. See, you made me do it. You made me do it, chat. Boom. Zach says, came in for the win. Appreciate that, Zach. Turns out 2/3 of people answered this poll. Also care more about that. You know, the sentiment may show otherwise. Don't care what the price is in February 2025. I'm not trying to cash out in February 2025. I'm interested in bullish narratives to build us into glory. So I know easier said than done, you know, for the majority of people as well, but this is the focus. This is the thing. Again, I don't know. That's what I look at least. What's up, Duke? How's it going? PokeDoo, what's a great place to get CSV for taxes? Pulse Explore sucks. You bring this work either. I would say DeepBank is probably for transaction stuff. That's a place that a lot of people use to get details on stuff, regardless of what's, you know, just looking at moves on the blockchain and stuff. So, not sure. Chat, help them if you have anything on that. What's another 3 years? Am I right? Yeah, it is. I mean, I know it can feel like, oh, just moving the goalpost. Just 2 more weeks, just 52 more weeks, just all this stuff. There's just a wait. It's like if you start with the fundamentals of I believe this thing's going to happen, and I can wait for it to happen, and there's things along the way that don't invalidate my thesis, then I keep waiting. So who knows when, but yeah, I imagine the ecosystem would be worse sentiment if we were in the same place November 2025 than February 2025, because November is around much closer to the 4-year cycle, all that stuff too. Anyways, that piece is awesome. Wrap up here in a second. Again, trying to give you a state of, you know, liquidity down. You know, you can look at the prices. They don't appear to be up right now either. There's all the sentiment stuff going on. I did a super, bullish stream yesterday. If you haven't seen it, I talked about, you know, Richard and the or one of our devs talking about a lot of interesting stuff. There may be some big announcements coming soon. Who knows? Again, there's some hints. There's some threads to pull on that. I think are pretty cool. I don't think it's the last big move we've seen on PulseChain as far as new products launching, or maybe it's not the last rate cut again, all that stuff too. But pretty interesting. Yeah, like, are you not entertained? I think it's pretty entertaining. But again, I'm not trying to cash out right now, so I'm not mad that the price hasn't mooned yet. So that's pretty. I think it's great. I like PulseChain. This is a pretty interesting one. I think they do a lot of different, you know, moon math, calculating how much liquidity, you know, how much buys going into stuff too. I don't want to call it moon math. I guess it's just if this happened without a lot of sell pressure and all that stuff. You know, these are just the numbers. But ink inflation from Ishikai. Ink inflation cut update. Liquidity across PulseChain reduced significantly after 3 inflation cuts. Data on price impact with 200 million buy into Hex. So this is pretty interesting. So again, this top of the lower, it's given this overview of the lower liquidity piece. February 6th, 200 million buy into Hex, what it did, 650x. Then on the 7th, 871x. Look at this dramatic increase, 949x, 2500x, 2549x on February 16th. $200 million rotation, initially causing 650x price impact on 6th, would now do just enormous numbers, 3 or 4 times that. So Forex, in terms of price impact, I suspect there's more liquidity in OA related wallets are providing more liquidity. I suspect there is more liquidity that OA and wallets are providing. If a rotation occurs, they'll remove the leftover liquidity, just like they did in March 2024 before the previous rotation. The price impact would increase even more from here. So yeah, of course, ETH isn't at $3,100 right now. Lots of people expect it to go up. Not worried about that or anything. But boy, that is pretty interesting. And again, it shows the lowering liquidity. Could that be foreshadowing moves that make price go up? Oh boy, we shall see. What's up, Sloth? Yo. I was actually, I need to catch up on your video yesterday. Sloth did a live stream. He does a live stream once per year, so usually says something smart from time to time. And yeah, I'm going to catch that well because he's got an update on the ecosystem, looked like as well. Shout out to CryptoSoft. All right, everyone. That's all I got. That was your quick PulseChain situation right now. A little bit of liquidity stuff, a little bit of volume, looking good. Didn't even talk about Hex, but yeah, T-share rate hits. Did we get 40K per T-share recently? I think we hit that as well. So shout out to the Hex token, and I do believe that the payout still pretty low. Went a little bit lower, around 2 Hex per T-share right now. Wow. And staker number go up. Actually, let me show this real quick. Last thing, because this is yeah, look at this. Just the end of January, 32, and then yeah, number go up. So interested to see yeah, from Ben and Crispy and everyone after we get done with February, how these massive moves impacted Hex, the staking, all those numbers as well. I think yeah, a stream in March, looking at February numbers should be pretty amazing. So good times. Yes, I'm gonna have to catch up with Sloth as well. If he's got some data, some smart data. I like that good stuff as well. But that's all I got this morning. Just want to come on for a few minutes, talk to you all about that. I am very bullish on this ecosystem. And regardless of what the price is doing, all the other metrics scream at me, screaming in a very, very healthy scream, very nice scream, a very eloquent way of just saying, just talking to me. It's like the meme. Is the blockchain talking to you right now? Is Richard Hart talking to the blockchain to you right now? Just screaming, hang on for dear life. That's the feeling I'm getting. We'll see how it works out. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Scivive and 5555. We are out.